you will walk into somebody who's not has anything to do with Palo mayombe, and they'll have firmas. You know, well, I thought only firmas were for Palo. No, that's not true. Palo has their firmas, and the Babalao has their own firmas that have to do with certain orishas. So, like I said, it's a lot of people who just, if you're so concerned on teaching a message, then make your own videos. But I'm not here to gain customers. I'm not here to spread my name all over YouTube. I do consultas. I can do you a consulta, this, and that. Now, if people ask me, I'll give them advice, whatever. But I tell everybody, if you can manage to find a decent babalao or a palero or santero in your area, that is probably the best thing for you. That way you don't have to travel from Miami to California every chance you get because you want to live with your godfather. Now, like I said, some houses do things completely different. The slaves that came into Cuba weren't all put in, one part of Cuba. Like in Miami, there's, in Florida, there's Miami, there's Daytona, whatever, all these different places. Not all of the slaves went to one particular place. They got scattered, and they all started doing things that was able to help. Maybe they didn't have the tools they needed like they had in Africa, so they substituted and used different things. So now you have different ways of doing things. That's why, like I said, for me, at least getting a basic understanding of traditional Ifa or traditional Orisha worship was important to me, because I wanted to see how it came to be. For example, in the Lukumi Criollo tradition, they say obi, throw obi, and they refer to an obi as a coconut. And obi is not a coconut. It means cola nut. They're little cola nuts that babaloshas in Africa or babalaos in Africa use to do different ibos, different stuff like that. But, it got mixed up. Whatever. But if you never would have done that research or watched this video, you would have never known that. You would have continued to think that an obi was a coconut. So it's stuff like this. There's houses that do things different ways. People tell me, why do you why do you venerate the Indios so much? Because I have a shrine for the Indios. Because that's the way I want to do it. I'm in their land. Technically, this is their land. It was taken from them unjustly. So I feel in order for me to prosper, and once again, I feel in order for me to prosper that I should give them a little bit of respect and veneration. Now, you won't find a lot of people who venerate the Native Americans that have fallen or died or whatever. But in my house, I do. So, does that make my house wrong? To some people, they'll say yes, and some people will say no. But you gotta step out of this one-track mind to where, oh no, it's either like this or like this, and that's it. Because there's so many different ways of studying, you know what I mean? I honestly promote studying true Ifaism or Orisha worship. Now, eventually, we're all gonna learn on our journey how to do things. You may not do it the same way as me, but you get the same results. You may add one more guinea pepper than me, but it gets the job done. Now, am I going to say, oh, you just screwed up the whole ebo because you put one more guinea pepper in there? Come on, and number one, I don't know if Ifa said to do that. So people are always talking shit saying, oh, that's not right. Oh, that's not right. That's not right. Well, how do you know? Were you there when the Babalao or the Babaloshe threw the lagoon or through Opuele to see what was needed? So, you know what I mean? You weren't even there and you're already saying it's wrong. And you don't even know if it was Orumila himself or an Orisha themselves who prescribed that specific stuff to go in that ebo. So you're already saying, oh, it's wrong, it's wrong. So you must be above the Orisha or Orula. That's the problem is people are so used to, oh, well, my padrino told me, or oh, I learned this from Tata Gaitan, or Miguel Febles, or all this and that. You know what I mean? But you have to start spreading your wings and flying and learning your own flavor too. That's the way I promote things in my house anyway. But no, I am not. I never built an Nganga. That is a fundamental Ogun. Just like when you see me outside with Osain, Orun, Abita, those are different ways. And, you know, you can Google those things and Google what they are, their similarities to Ngangas, whatever. But, you know, there's always going to be a little war back and forth. Oh, that's wrong. This is right. That's wrong. This is right. You know, eventually people, you're just going to have to go with your heart. You know what I'm saying? Because there's so much out there. That's why, you know, and don't take no one's word for it. Study yourself. That way you don't get misled. So I just wanted to clear that up for like the 30th time. I am not a palero, and that is not an Nganga in front of my Orula. Boruboya and Borubosheshe.